Big Talk with Epistle David.
I am humbled that having been raised from a slum and to the level that I'm now into politics and looking at politics at a national level, I give glory to God. Getting me to get into politics. In summary, their voices are silenced until we get somebody who can be a voice to the voiceless. You have your papers, look at the streets of Mbale.
We are privileged to be back here on the Big Talk with Epistle David. But just before we start the conversation with an amazing man over here, we want to talk about our partners, our friends who are helping us through this. Don Pablo Medias, the back of everything we're doing, the production of these interviews we have. And I ask people who are all over Uganda, East Africa, to come and support Don Pablo Medias for any photography, for any portrait you want. Maybe you're an MP like the man I have over here. Maybe you need anything that concerns photography. Don Pablo Medias is a person you can trust. Mbale right here is where he is. Guga Mall. Please come and support a young man. He has the best work, I can assure you. Then also Kumi Nursery Primary School is where you can take your children to, and they will not miss it. I can tell you the truth. So today we are privileged to host my friend, my brother from another mother. Actually, the mother is my aunt, and he's here. I want to pick up his thoughts on so many things that concerns basically NRM, but also him as an individual, what he does and what has it been for him so far. And I'm very honored, sir. Do you want to welcome to the Big Talk with Epistle David?
Thank you.
And I want you to help me to tell us who you are exactly, sir.
All right, thank you. Good evening, and thank you for hosting me. My name is Solomon Opio. I want to say I'm humbled to be invited into this show, and I want to first thank you and Don Pablo Media for identifying me amongst the many.
Yes, sir.
It is a privilege, and it's not just something, but it's a privilege.
Yes, sir.
Be identified amongst many and be brought on media like this.
Yes, sir.
To people out there, these are opportunities that we really want to have for ourselves.
Yes, sir.
But I want to thank the gentlemen here. They are all still young men.
Yes, sir.
That have seen an opportunity of exposure.
Yes, sir.
And this is where we want to be heading.
Yes, sir.
As people in our generation,
Yes, sir.
we are no longer in that era where you sit home and you're invited for a job.
Yes, sir.
But this time we have to create jobs for ourselves.
Yes, sir.
To me, I think this is good.
Yes, sir.
To the partners, I really want to thank you for supporting Don Pablo Media.
Yes, sir.
And then for those with children, please, I also encourage you to bring them to the school mentioned.
Yes, sir. Kumi Nursery and Primary School.
And the management of Kumi Nursery and Primary School.
Yes,
We want
sir.
to thank you for mentoring our children. And one day I hope to see one of those in such a show,
Yes, sir.
especially speaking about the politics of this country.
Yes, sir.
So I'm thinking, I'm so glad for the invite.
That's beautiful, sir. So I have been told that, first of all, do you want to tell me where exactly you're coming from and
Okay.
everything that concerns that? Sir?
Yeah, thank you. Once again, Solomon Opio, I am born of Kumi district. And to be specific, I'm born of Kumi district, Kumi County.
Kumi County.
In Aduturi sub-county,
Okay.
Kapokin parish, and Kapokin village. So I'm a Kumi. I'm a
Kumian.
Kumi person. I'm a Kumi 311.
There's something called the UK,
The
United Kingdom of
UK
Kumi.
that is the real Kumi. UK is again that place in Katakwi. But for me, I'm the real Kumian.
Kumian.
Original Kumi. And that
Yani
is
kabisa down home there.
The real cream of Kumi. But born in Kumi, but raised in Mbale, specifically in Namatala, and raised in a very hard way.
B13?
Yes. So I am humbled that having been raised from a slum and to the level that I'm now into politics and looking at politics at a national level, I give glory to God.
Do you want to try to break down for me, talking about a slum issue? How has it been for you in a slum area?
It wasn't easy. I won't say for now, but I want to speak to my past.
Yes, sir.
It wasn't easy at my time growing up in Namatala. That was known as a serious slum. And I think when you're talking about slums in Uganda,
yes, sir,
you can't fail to talk about Namatala. And for many that know Namatala, it has a brand name. If you want to talk about Namatala, you also say, and also known as Chikaramojo. So when you talk about Chikaramojo, it is a place known to be only having Karamojongs. And we know whenever people speak about Karamojongs, it's like somebody saying, a vehicle was involved in an accident, 3 died and 2 Karamojongs. So you realize that Karamojongs in a way are not seen as human beings.
That's true. That's not
That
nice.
is in their understanding. So even in our time when we were growing up as young people, we were branded as Karamojongs and we accepted.
That's true.
Raised up in Namatala, and I studied in Namatala Primary School from P1 to P7. And during that time, we were not under the UPE. And again, what was so painful to us in our time was that there was some money that was supposed to pay as fees. And at some point, because we didn't have the money, we were forced to be in the streets. And if I want to say, I would have been one of the first beneficiaries of CRO.
Oh.
Yes.
By that time?
Yes. That's the time CRO came in. But of course, the first people that were collected as street children, I was one of them. But when they assessed us and they said, no, if we look to be coming from a better family, yet we are all coming from Namatala. And CRO, that is Child Restoration Outreach, was started in Mbale, specifically for the inhabitants of Namatala. The children born and raised around Namatala, the Karamojongs. Whether you are a Karamojong or whichever tribe, as long as you are coming from that section of Namatala called Chikaramoja, that is the reason why CRO was started in Mbale. Child Restoration. Of course, we also had CCP, Christian Child Project or Fund, but CRO was more outstanding.
That's true.
So you can imagine at that time of Namatala, whereby you could hardly see electricity, you could hardly test piped water. For us, our water were picking from Namatala River.
Down there?
Yes. And in Navuyonga River. That was our source of water.
Life was very hard.
Life was hard. And for us, getting lunch, that you've had lunch, it was history. It was just luck that you'd have lunch from Namatala. We could only tie ourselves to a few of our friends that were coming from Indian quarters. And by then, in Mbale, yes, in Mbale, if you want to be in a good school, then you should be in Fairway. Not again, it was either you're in people of Fairway. No, Aga Khan was mainly Indians.
Okay,
yes.
Them still.
During our time, it was seen as a school of Indians, especially from
Indian quarters still.
Indian quarters and children who are a little bit from a fair family background. So Namatala Primary School, by the name Namatala, also took up pupils from Namatala. And even when we could go for sports activities, we had a song Namatala Koromojo. So we were just branded Karamojong. So you can know from that background alone, life wasn't easy.
That's true.
But now, coming out of that Namatala,
into the person you are.
First of all, not to the person I am now in politics. Coming out of that Namatala, go to senior 1. Then you find yourself in senior 5 doing PCB stroke mathematics from Namatala. It is something that you have to remember that God exists.
That's true.
Namatala, according to the Bible, is a place you could say, can there anything good ever come from Namatala?
Oh, can there be anything?
That question was asked, Jesus was asked whether there was anything good ever coming out of Nazareth.
That's true.
But Jesus was there. So even us in our time, nobody could believe in Namatala. But Namatala was shining. One, sports, athletics, Namatala.
What about Garu?
Football, Namatala. Academics, again. And we had the best teachers. But now our standards of living were totally low. Namatala during our time was a place you could hardly taste rice, real rice.
Merechenga.
The rice you're eating today, we are seeing it once in a year.
Hey.
For us, we are eating the residues, the broken
ones of the
after
rice.
they have removed the real rice, then the other one in the husks. Then the old women go and get it. We know it until get rice. That's was our rice.
Mixed with the stones.
That was our rice. In our time.
You've gone through a lot, sir.
So sometimes when we are what we are today, we don't want to forget where we are coming from. But even then,
yes, sir,
we never lost our heads. Specifically, I never lost focus. Someone growing up from that area. You look at my lot, people of my lot, you remember the likes of Otai.
Otai, yes.
Very good athlete. The likes of Okoda and John Bosco. If you remember, you see all of them, some of them are riding borders. That shows you how life was hard.
By that time.
There is a gentleman,
yes,
if
sir,
you walked out of here, you go to Clock Tower, he sometimes controls traffic, vehicles. He likes dressing like a soldier.
That Muzay there.
He's called Andrew Labu.
Labu.
He's my Obian classmate.
Are you for real?
You can look at our generation. That is my lot. People are now fixing themselves. He's not a soldier. He's not a police officer. He ended in P7. But look at him, struggling to find a living.
That's true.
That is our lot. That's the Namatala we are talking about.
Wow.
When you look at the likes of those of Koba, you can see those of Labong. They're in the streets carrying cement and what have you.
Very hard life, really.
You can see most of the boys you see in town carrying cement, bags, iron sheets. Those funny jobs. Those are my classmates. So
it's finding a living.
Life was hard.
When life became hard, you have to find a living.
So life
as another man.
Was so hard that they could not progress with education.
Yes, sir.
But there are those that CRO supported. I'll give an example of Otai. He's doing carpentry. That was good. There's one joined UPDF and currently repairing phones in the main market here. You go to Central Market, Big Bros. That one is also a product of CCP. Life was not easy.
That's true. So aren't you a disgruntled child who missed out on Sierra or?
No, at that point in time. I wouldn't say I am. Neither would I say I was.
By that time?
Because when that door was closed, another one opened.
Okay. Do you want to speak to me about that door that opened?
When the opportunity of being under sponsorship as a street child failed, we retrieved and went back as a family under the sponsorship of my mother. First of all, to do business. You would ask me what business did I do?
Please, it's already
During
there.
our time, there were a few petrol stations. We were the moving petrol stations, selling kerosene from door to door. That was business to us.
Kumi.
Even
it
was 50 to 10 shillings. You can imagine. That is a business. We could go. You go and buy your kerosene. Then you come and move from door to door. There was no electricity, like I told you, in Namatala. People are using these ordinary lamps. Two, I could also sell things like sugar canes. That was the business.
To go down that Namatala, cut those things, come and sell.
And what was interesting was that in the evening, you go and pick yams from Kamonkoli. Come and boil yams in the night.
Then you can sell it.
Before you go to school, you first sell the yams.
Honorable, that was not so much.
You see,
of the stuff.
When we are seen moving in the streets, people think we've enjoyed smooth life. We've come from far. What didn't we do in Namatala? We sold local brew. And what was the intention? To get money for school. But all this, Namatala had strong women that we call our mothers.
My mother is one of them.
Those women shouldered families. Those women were focused. And that's why I'm saying when the other door closed,
another one opened.
This one opened of focus. The door of focus opened. The door of hustling opened. The door of, you're moving with an objective. As compared to the other door, where our friends, even after school lunch, they ran to CRO.
Oh, okay. There was lunch actually.
Yes. Lunch was served. They ran to CRO. Books CRO. Uniforms, everything.
Pens,
everything.
Rubbers, what?
Now for us here, we were hustling.
But
what was the advantage? We were again performing better than
them.
So you can
So
see.
you knew now the new doors open of focus. You have to be you had to be focused.
Focus and determination.
You had to do those two things.
First
by
of
all
all,
means.
I had to tell myself I must become better out of Namatala. And I want to say I am proud that I'm one of those chaps from Namatala that can stand.
Not me.
No, I can stand to speak for Namatala and for everybody.
That's true.
And right now, I am even happy that I represent Namatalians in Namatala Primary School, in school management, as an OB. So when we are sitting, when they are discussing about Namatala and they want to talk about OBs, they say there's a real cream OB.
Let's pick him up.
Hey.
Let's call him up.
So now when I go and sit in management, because editor also is new, I was there before, so we understand our Namatala. So we don't lament what we went through, but we thank God for what we went through.
That has now it shaped your way to who you are right now.
If it wasn't God, life wouldn't have been easy for me in particular. One interesting thing about me and Namatala,
yes, sir,
is that with all the bars that we had in Namatala, both for local brew and then for the other Waraji. Incidentally, I was not a member
of any of the two.
Not even up to now.
Okay, that sounds new and scary.
It is something that
and amazing, though.
It is something strange for other people to believe.
Absolutely.
That having been raised in Namatala for now over 35 years, I do not know how the local brew tastes, including Waraji. I do not know how to sit in a bar. Yet I've been raised. Sitting in a bar, not even just with friends that we are sitting as they are drinking and I'm just watching. No. Why? Focus and determination.
Those things have been your key.
Now,
focus areas.
Growing up in Namatala,
yes, sir,
at the age of 13, that is in 97, to date, embracing salvation, it's not easy.
Yeah, so
it has been God. People look at it and say, man, you will not backslide up to now. Then you say, why would I have to backslide? It has been Christ. So that's the author and the finish of all our faith. If the other door had not been closed of CRO,
who knows?
That means I would have continued being a street child, taking petrol. I would have been an...
Did you try that?
No. You
didn't try that?
No. And I think that's why those people are able to see that this one doesn't look like the others. So generally, if I'm given an entire day to speak about me and Namatala, there is both good and bad to talk about. Worst of all, you couldn't tell your friends that you're from Namatala.
It's a ridicule.
Where do you come from, Namatala? Koromojo. Then you keep quiet, say, yeah. Because they never believed anything good can come from Namatala. But today when I see people running to Namatala, even those wishing... Plots are expensive enough. Very expensive than any other place. Right now, Namatala plots are more expensive than even some plots in Kampala. Because it is strategically located.
In town. Deep town.
It is 1.8 kilometers away from the main center.
Very close.
Very near. So, but there is a reason for why everything happens. Now, my current journey, that was then. What motivates my current journey?
Yes, sir.
My past. Simple.
So you pick the past to the current life and you're like,
my past.
If the past was like this,
yes,
then the current can be...
My past is motivating my current in order for me to decide the future. My past. In my past, there are young people that needed help but were never helped. We had leaders.
You're coming not to politics. Why you are coming? Why you existing as a politician?
Yes.
Okay.
In my past, there were widows that needed to be supported
And nobody supported them.
Yet we had leaders. In my past, so many orphans that needed to have been supported, but were never. Yet we had leaders in this country and in our areas. In my past, we have had youth, good number of them unemployed, and yet nobody would ever think of providing them opportunities for employment, even when they have gone to school. In my past, we have had youth who have not advanced in education, and yet they can be taken through skilling programs. None was taken through that, yet we had leaders. And because of that, our current generation looks dormant. If people were taken through skills, we would be having a busy
carpentry.
Yes, we would be having a busy generation today. If very many orphans were supported with education, we would be having very many people today employed in different sectors.
But even the few who are supported, they are no jobs.
The few, and that's why I'm saying my past dictates my present, and the one which is motivating me to get into politics. In summary, their voices are silenced until we get somebody who can be a voice to the voiceless. You have your papers. Look at the streets of Mbale. Look at the streets of Kumi, where I come from.
Yes, sir.
Very many people, you may mistake them to be just border boys, but they have papers. Graduates. Others have diplomas. We have people qualifying from Elgon here as plumbers,
engineers,
mechanicals, but there are no jobs. Why? Because the leaders are not opening opportunities for these young people. They want the young people to continue being beggars.
Small handouts.
You
can 1,000, 10,000, 50,000.
You can never run an institution in this country when you have pushed people to the position of being beggars.
And that's the order of the day. It's the order of the day. And also you politicians are like that. You want people to be beggars before you. You want people to beg you for small handouts, and then you call them your small dogs that bark for you.
That is not true.
That's true.
What happens today is that, like I said, I'm giving you my motivating factors.
Yes, sir. But I'm not giving you also what is actually happening.
Exactly. So what happens is this. When I see that this leader that we have elected is actually taking us like we are dogs, and I've now come up and I say, no, I want to change the system. Let my fellow generation, make the Gen Zs, empower me.
And become the new voice.
I be their voice, open opportunities for them. Not just for the generation alone, but for everybody. You see, when you are an intersection, that means you cover both. The Gen Zs
and then the
others. You speak for all. Now, what happens is this. When you have a driving force, like I've already told you, my past, looking at a situation where nobody speaks for us. I'll give you an example.
Yes, sir.
In Sierra and CCP at some point, we had children of the rich recruited as orphans.
It's absurd.
And orphans were left out because there were no checks and balances by the leadership. Today, for you to get a job in Uganda, even Kumi in particular, whom have you come with? Yes. Not just who knows, whom have you come with? It's no longer whom do you know, who knows you. You can be a relative to the Prime Minister, but have you come with the Prime Minister to get this job? What am I meaning? Have you moved with money? That is what they say now. Now, if you have a leader who can look at that and say, no, this job should be given on merit. And this is what is there. And when you see people saying, no, we are against that leader, because especially those in district offices, they know that this guy is coming to step on where we are getting from, which is wrong. 2.
Yes, sir.
We are looking at fighting for the youth.
Our country is 75% youth.
If you look at Uganda today, I would say we are undergoing extinction. In as far as whatever we have struggled for is undergoing extinction. The education system, it's no longer like it used to be. We are competing for the national cake. But today they will tell you from a certain region, you branch from senior to go to a vocational school so that you can employ yourself. Others are going up. Tomorrow they will want you to contest as a member of parliament. You branched from senior to. Will you have a member of parliament from your area? But if you have a leader who says, no, even now I should proceed. For example, what is the difference between Atuturi City School and King's College Budo? Why should the standard of education be lower here and higher the other side? Why should government have a different funding the other side and this way?
You want to get down first that funding issue of the schools. Just break down.
Funding and grants are based on the level of the school, I think, the grading. Yes, but again, my issue here is,
but they're getting the same type of education, doing the same type of exam, doing this, being taught by the same people. Why would you give this guy's little and this guy's much?
Would you also want to ask why the performance in King's College Budo
is different,
better than the one of Atuturi City, for example?
Yeah.
And yet these are all teachers.
Please,
so we are looking at what are the motivating factors. Because what we call, as a leader, you need, because what are the roles of a member of parliament, for example? Legislation.
Legislation, yes. Please.
What are you legislating? What are you legislating? What are you legislating as a member of parliament? If you're getting to the floor of parliament and you're saying, I'm speaking about education. If I'm a member of parliament of Kumi County, I don't need to talk about education in Chisoro.
Talking about your
people. If I'm raising any matter of national importance about education, I'm looking at
your county.
Yes. I'm looking at Atuturi. I'm looking at Kumi Seed. I'm looking at Ongino SS. I'm looking at Kanapa Seed. I'm looking at Kamenya. So, or Dr.
Those are your schools.
Yeah, I'm just looking at schools in Kumi. So that if there's anything I'm raising about education, I should have first of all done a community situational analysis about education in my constituency as compared
to other places.
Yes. Because the other to me is a baseline. For example, I can say the other is in the denominator. It's a baseline.
That's true.
Now, as I'm raising about my constituency in comparison
to the other ones,
of course, if I'm doing better, I cannot again raise it to the other side. I can only raise where there's an issue. And for me to raise that there's an issue, I should have come down. Before you legislate, have you gone down? Which is lacking with our members of parliament.
So I was going to ask you, is that what is lacking in
it is not there. There is nothing like a member of parliament coming down.
Do they fear their own people?
I don't know.
No, you know.
They would be here if they were here, I would have asked them. My past has motivated me. A situation where leaders have been elected, yet they cannot come back.
Or maybe before they went up there, they had a lot of promises, and now the promises are not seen. So because of that, they begin to fear.
That's why the government says, and the constitution says, elections are after 5 years. It now comes back to us, the voters. This child has come back with a report. What has been the performance? Did this child ever come back to us? The answer is no. Why would we send back? That's why the incumbents are struggling to rob. They are not even rigging. They are robbing votes. And they are robbing victory from the rightful candidates.
We are getting there.
Yes.
So you mean you were robbed?
Like you said, we are getting there. And I would really say, and I would want to stand here to say,
on camera,
I was 101% robbed. In the elections of 17th July.
Yes, please.
Any other primaries?
Yes, please.
I was robbed during broad daylight by the incumbent member of parliament, Kumi County, and also Minister of State for Energy and Mineral Development in the Parliament of Uganda.
He robbed you.
Honorable Okasa Isidronas Opolot.
Are you
Number one.
Are you
Number one.
Yes,
if
please.
a honour minister loses a vote and gets 13%, meaning 13 votes in a polling station, and he's a minister for 5 years. What does that tell you? He has done nothing. If a whole minister inflates votes, gets 54 and inserts a 2 at the beginning to make it 254, and then you say the minister did well. You see, some of these things, whenever you hear that the candidate has failed, then they say, they are just, it is now a culture that they come complaining. No.
But it's a culture. When you like complaining.
When you hear about vote rigging, it has shifted from ballot stuffing to even rigging votes where you count living bodies that are standing.
Yeah, because that's the way the NRM primaries where you stand and then like 1, 2, 3, 4 people behind
in
some.
2020,
yes, sir.
The system was different. In one person, they could count you and get like 20 votes in one person.
Your own standing.
Yes. The head, the shoulder is a vote. But in 2025, it changed.
To what now?
It was now the Honorable Minister using registrars to write on declaration forms, even after my agents had signed. And then you could see that there are 2 digits, 2 numbers that are visible in the declaration form. The original number below, they had just a number on top. And you can really see that these are 2 different numbers, both in words and in figures. And still the man says, no, how can I change that? And it's very clear in the declaration form. So with maybe one thing.
The 24,000 votes are not clear.
Those 24,000 votes are not votes. Those are all ghosts votes that were declared in favor of the minister.
How sure are you that? How sure?
I have declaration forms.
Have you gone to NRM tribunal?
That is a very good question.
Please.
I want first of all to thank the chairman of the NRM and His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who after hearing that we were crying.
You're just disgruntled people, disgruntled failures.
No, he heard that we were crying. We are not disgruntled failures. Go to the ground. Just go to the ground.
You are just disgruntled failures who have failed to accept defeat. Now you are using, you're trying to impose issues to the chairman to make him make mistakes, maybe something like that.
You see?
Yes, sir.
Nobody runs to court.
If it's fairly handled.
Nobody runs to court. Nobody files a case against an innocent person. No. And when you look at our party, would be now saying people who have filed petitions are from the opposition. But remember, this is an in-house issue.
Yes, in-house.
So when you see NRM suing NRM in NRM, there's a problem. Very big problem. And let me tell you, with such people, what do you expect in the general election? Massive rigging.
I am worried about. I was going to ask about that.
Yes. Massive rigging, because that's the system now. And if we cannot stop it now, where are we heading the next 5 years? Nowhere, because everyone will be saying it is all about rigging. Remember, we'll go to parliament, I will say, I'm waiting, I'll just go and rig.
After the 5 years?
Yes.
No service delivery, no oversight, no legislation.
You've done nothing,
no nothing.
And then you say, I'm going back because I have the money, I'll rig, I'll pay the registrar.
These registers are the biggest problem we have in NRM?
They're not only the registrars, even the party leadership at the district level. I'll tell you for Kumi in particular, whereby even the vice chairperson of the district NRM mainstream was totally involved in all this.
What is he doing there?
So you see, when people are greedy and selfish, this is what you expect. They forget the bigger picture. Service delivery. And in most cases, these people look at this being the Opio problem. Not now the community. Because today it is me, it is against me. Tomorrow it will be against you, and it will never stop. With election violence, people think it begins from carrying guns. No. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, when he was rigged, what did he do?
He went to the bush.
Should we also go to the bush?
I was going to ask you like that.
The question is no.
Should you go to the bush?
No.
But there is a saying that we are together.
No, we cannot go. That's why we are saying, Chairman, listen to our cry. That's why he constituted what we call the election tribunal. What we only don't know is whether we shall receive the real true justice that
You have
we
not
need.
had yours yet.
No. Mine was now that's where there's another problem.
Please.
You see,
Do you trust the tribunal? Do you trust the tribunal?
I would say so, but you see, I'm not a lawyer by profession.
I wish you
But when you're resolving a conflict,
were.
especially an election-related conflict, and it's involving a petition, which I submitted. I submitted a petition and also served the respondent. But on the day of hearing, we were given less than an hour. The petitioner presents...
It's because 99%
No.
of all the people were there.
No.
And they're all before the
What happens is this.
tribunal.
When you take a petition, in my local understanding, and you present your petition, and they are saying, you're given 20 minutes. Can you speak about a case in 20 minutes?
No, it's hard.
Can you submit evidence in 20 minutes?
No.
Then the respondent is also given 20 minutes. No witness is cross-examined.
So do you think...
No cross-examination of both sides by the legal team. No getting to the ground to do facts-finding by the legal team.
I saw some people were saying they wanted the tribunal to get down.
That would have been the best.
So they never came down?
No. Because the best they would have done, since Solomon Opio has petitioned that the following polling stations in the following sub-counties were interfered with, let's first go down there.
But they have a very small time. They cannot... It's the whole country.
NRM has enough resources to do anything in even 2 days. NRM has enough human resource. NRM has enough monetary resource. They have everything. It's not an excuse of time. No, they have the time. NRM has enough resource to answer to our prayers. But red flags, when you say everything is compressed in no time, you can't tell me that.
They gave you 3 weeks. I think they're supposed to 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
They listen.
How long were they given?
They give you file a petition. Today, next week, they listen to the petition. You're given 7 days. They give a response.
So have you had your response?
No. And today is the 7th day.
Meaning, I think tomorrow.
Anytime from now, probably.
And what do you expect?
There were even those,
what do you expect?
I can't tell. Because
what do you expect?
I can't tell. Why? Because I did my part. I submitted the petition. I appeared before the tribunal with my opponent. The rest is theirs. But the final court is the voter.
What are you trying to say?
The voter.
What are you trying to say?
The voter carries the final judgment.
What are you trying to say in that line?
In that line, after the judgment, we will take back the feedback also to the people.
I didn't know say
because you have to tell them that this is our feedback. Then you hear from them. And for now, I cannot preempt, or I can't assume that this is what they will tell me. But from me, what I know is that after I got the feedback, I'll get back to my people and say, from the petition we submitted based on the evidence, this is the feedback. What are we saying? And that will be answered when we are there. But what we need to look at,
yes, sir,
with our party, the NRM, that I subscribe to. By the way, I'm also the secretary of the party in the district.
That's my point. Just talk, then I'll come and ask a question in that line.
Now, being a secretary of the party in the district and you see me raising issues, it means they are really issues. As a secretary of the party, if there are issues and I'm raising issues, it means they are real issues. And once I am raising issues and my seniors are saying these are not issues, why would I continue raising issues?
Are you having fights within yourselves in the district?
I would say no, but like I said, if we are motivated, we are driven by greed. When some members are driven by greed, they look at it as a fight, forgetting the main NRM has 4 principles or 4 pillars, which are so nice. Patriotism, loving your country, loving yourself, loving people around you.
Pan-Africanism.
Look at democracy. Which democracy we are killing through vote rigging? So if we are not protecting the democracy we are talking about in our pillars, then what are we fighting for?
There's nothing there.
Then we are talking about socioeconomic transformation. How are you helping our people? First of all, socially.
Because their voice has not been heard.
What kind of social strength are you building as a leader in the NRM? How are you transforming this people economically? Because it's in social economic. How are you helping your people?
After the 5 years, you go and sleep. You don't even see
then
someone.
You're coming to disintegrate the social element. Because you find people together, you're breaking. Because now why? Because of what reason?
You have not been around. You wait in a hide for the past 5 years. Now you're coming back to break what people have been building for the past 5 years. You're not around.
So the Pan-Africanism, that one comes in later. But for the consumption of people in Kumi County,
this first 3.
I'm looking at 3 core. We cannot talk about democracy when we are rigging votes. Now, you cannot be talking about democracy when you're stepping on their democratic rights of voting a person of their choice. The moment you step on that, I can't feel proud to say I'm NRM.
But you have lost twice, and you have lost terribly twice. Even the other previous election, you lost
when you
in
call,
NRM.
What you call terribly is what I don't understand. I have contested with the not less than 4 candidates. In this particular one, we was 5 people. And all of them, these are people of above 70, 55 years and above. And I'm the only person of this generation trying to open up opportunities for people in my generation, people in my time. Trying to show these people that we can. So this is no longer a fight on me,
but fighting a whole generation.
It's a fight on us.
You and who?
Us, the citizens of this country. And you know what happens? During campaigns, the other people will bring alcohol for the people within my age bracket. The youth.
To confuse them?
Alcohol, yes. Then they will also forget about their generation mate, maybe. Then before you know, they are being used. And after elections, they come crying to you. So, but it's not general about me as Solomon. The perception and the mood of the people currently in Kumi, even if you go to whichever corner in Kumi district, even in the municipality, they will tell you Opio was robbed of his victory.
Tell the camera.
The picture in Kumi in politics is different.
Yes, sir.
Kumi is a unique district that also knows who went through. If you walked to Kumi right now and said, who went through in Kumi County in particular, even a child will tell you Opio Solomon. Even the very minister that was declared will tell you he rigged. But because of fear, he cannot say it in public. But deep inside his heart,
you know that he lost and robbed.
Given his age. First of all, Honorable Kansai is one person I would really confess here that I respect. One, his age. He's at the level of a grandfather. I respect him by virtue of his age. 2, his experience as far as work, because he's a retired commissioner in the Ministry of Agriculture. He retired around 10 years ago in the Ministry of Agriculture. So, being somebody who has served in that capacity, honestly, if we would say, Papa, since you retired and government said rest, needed really to
rest.
As a father and grandfather, what?
Because
rest. He's a grandfather. 3, at his level of education, he's a PhD holder.
Could now be a consultant or something.
Yes. These are people we are supposed to run it to.
Now you're rubbing with him shoulders. You are in total fight.
This is a person anyone else would run it to for advice. When he's at home.
You're trying to, democracy allows anyone to be anywhere they want.
It allows, but you see there is what we call the natural law. Now this is democracy, the country, yes. But even you yourself, you know For us, when you say retire, there is a retirement age. They want your brain to rest in science. There's a time you reach that you can no longer function normally. So for me, I respect Honorable Kasai by virtue of one, his age is a grandfather to me. Two, his education, his work, he has worked. It is really, this is time Papa should say now, I want to rest, let the children. And remember, these are people who have fathered children, who have educated the children, and now they are rubbing shoulders, like you said, with children, with grandchildren. It is too ashamed that instead of us being the ones causing chaos in polling stations and rigging votes, it's now that age.
That's embarrassing.
In Uganda, they use the youth, but now it's that age. That is what we are talking about here for the case of Uganda. That's now the age.
Couldn't.
Now, when you look at that age, honestly, of like Honorable Kasai, whom anyone else would know that deserves to be respected. I mean, now when we are in that kind of confrontation whereby he reached my victory, would you tell me to respect him?
I would say that.
No.
I would say that.
No. Integrity now comes in. Integrity. Because at this level, he would say, my children, what you're doing is wrong. But now it is me, the young one, saying, Papa, what you're doing is what?
It's wrong.
So if I find my father stealing, would I respect him? Where is the integrity? What morals is he teaching me, the young man? So when we are talking about integrity, it's not just about, And the problem is, these are hidden things.
But you're speaking them out.
Yes, now I'm speaking them out because first
you're disgruntled because you're disgruntled.
I want first of all to thank you again for bringing me out. Otherwise, there are a lot of things that are not out there. There are a lot of things.
It's because you're disgruntled. That's why you're coming out to be very vocal.
You see, there is being disgruntled, and there is also being a responsible citizen.
So where do you belong in this?
I'm a responsible citizen.
Not disgruntled?
Whereby I am voicing out the wrongdoings that I don't want any other person to do. Vote rigging is a wrongdoing. It's a criminal offense in the country.
It's criminal.
So if I keep quiet and say, okay, because I will be said I'm disgruntled, no. These are wrongdoings that we need to expose. And these are things that make us run out of the party. And I can assure you,
yes,
in the 2026 and the 2025-2026 general election,
coming tomorrow, this one here,
you are going to expect more independence. That means, when you expect more independence, that means you're going to expect more people leaving the NRM.
But they said that independent NRM leaning.
No.
Independent NRM leaning.
I will tell you what one person told me, and he's a prominent figure in government.
Go ahead.
He told me, Solomon, you see these buses here from Kumi. If you bought a bus from Kumi to Kampala, you may choose to come back with a bus. Then he asked me, do you think this bus cannot stop in Mavera for a short?
It will stop.
So what happens? Will you remain in the bus?
No.
You jump out? Yes.
Even through Mbale here.
Yes. So when you sit in the bus, doesn't mean you remain there. Especially when situations are not conducive.
You're trying to say that you're good jump of the bus. Are you going to jump you're trying to say that you're good jump of the bus?
A situation where conditions within the bus are not favorable.